What's up, gamers? The Red Dragon here, giving you the latest headlines from the front page of VGN, videogamesandnews.com. Now, this video, if you're a PlayStation user, stay tuned. You normally don't get the love that maybe sometimes you deserve on this channel, but this video is definitely for you. On the front page of VGN right now, I've got a ton of stories dealing with Sony and the PlayStation 3. So a lot of pretty big developments and some really interesting ones, things that I wish we had available right now on the Xbox, so stay tuned for that. We'll begin with the news that's already come out there that you've probably already heard. PlayStation 3 released a new model, or they unveiled it. It's going to be a little bit more pricier than the old model, which is kind of surprising because we're entering the end days, so to speak, for the consoles. So for a console maker to come out with a more expensive console, and they're not even talking about lowering the price of the older models, I'm not really sure what they're thinking. So it's going to be interesting to see if this really flows over and becomes something that's good on their part. But the bundle is being packaged with Uncharted 3 and Dust 514. And it also, is slicker and, smaller, uses less energy, all that other good stuff. So either way, it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. PlayStation also announced that they are going to continue support for the PlayStation 3 through 2015 and possibly beyond that. So if you're a PlayStation user and you're worried about the PlayStation 4 coming out and it's going to ruin your PlayStation 3 experience, I wouldn't worry too much about that, because they said they've got plenty of titles lined up, ready to go for the long term for PlayStation 3. So that's pretty interesting as well. And it also maybe points to the fact that if one console is coming out a little bit later, it might be the Sony PlayStation that comes out behind the Xbox. So still no definite on that, but it is looking sort of like it's going to be that way. Also, we've got a story on the front page talking about Sony and their patent. They just got a patent that just was released to the public not too long ago, and they are trying to patent biometrics for the PlayStation. They want you to get online and the system knows who you are. And there's already systems sort of like that. I mean, Kinect has facial recognition and all that, but it's not the best, I will tell you. And they talk about things like iris scanning, fingerprints, and the question is, why would you possibly want this? And the first thing that comes to mind, if you keep up with technology and things like RFID tags and things like that, which is sometimes scary technology, if they know who you are, they know your biometrics, they can display advertisements directly to you, things that you want, things for your age or whatever. Or maybe if you're younger, it knows that whenever you pick up the controller, because it knows that you're playing it, and it's going to keep you from seeing some naughty things that maybe you shouldn't. So interesting details there. You can go check that out. Again, all these stories that I discuss, you can check out in the links in the description box. I'll have them as well as the link to the front page of VGN. And then finally, I will say this is I guess probably something that a lot of people may not think is big news, but it's actually the thing that I think is the most important here. Now, I've done a lot of videos in the past discussing digital distribution. I tell you that in the future, you're not going to need to go to the game store in order to purchase a physical copy of a game. I'm not saying you won't be able to, because a lot of people still like the physical copies. But that's also kind of another story on the front page, and I might do a separate video on that. Some new numbers just came out talking about physical copies going way down, but digital distribution going way up. Well, I told you that PC games, they can already do this. They don't have to go to the game store to buy something. They can download it directly. But for consoles, I thought that maybe we would have to wait till the next generation consoles come out before we start seeing digital distribution. Well, it turns out we're not going to have to wait very long at all. October has got some really big releases coming up for the gaming world, and PlayStation is going to be the first to really pop the cherry, and they are going right forward with digital distribution. So check this out. In the month of October, you're going to be able to get several games the same day that it releases. You'll be able to download them onto your PlayStation, and in some instances, you're actually going to be able to get them for a little bit cheaper. So I'll begin by giving you a list of the games, and if I tell you that there's a discount, what that means is that the game is normally available for like $59, but if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you actually get the game for $53.99. So it's like a 10% discount for these games. Let's go over the list real quick. We've got Resident Evil 6. We've got NBA 2K13, Dishonored. I'm looking forward to that game. That game is going to be good, I think. Doom 3. Now that's the exception here because Doom 3 is actually priced at $40 regular. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, then you get it for $35. 007 Legends, Medal of Honor Warfighter, Need for Speed Most Wanted, and Assassin's Creed 3. All of those games are going to be available to you at midnight. You'll be able to download them to your PlayStation. You won't need to go to the store in order to purchase it. And for the games who get the discounts, that will be NBA 2K13, Dishonored, Doom 3, and Need for Speed Most Wanted. All of those games will actually be available for a 10% discount if you pre-order and you're a PlayStation Plus member. Now, I don't talk a whole lot about Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus, but I will say that PlayStation Plus, people always say that PlayStation's better online than Xbox because you don't need to pay for online capabilities for your PlayStation. You can play multiplayer games without purchasing any subscription. But I will say that PlayStation Plus, I think that's an awesome deal, and I also think that's something that I would like to see on Xbox. I would like to see them implement some things that PlayStation's doing because they give you free games every month. They give you access to betas and demos a little bit early if you're a PlayStation Plus member, and you get these discounts. So I think that's a great deal, and I don't mind buying that because it saves you a ton of money in the long term, and it's not bad games that they are releasing for free. So a lot of interesting developments in the world of PlayStation. So if you're a PlayStation user, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more VGN updates. Again, go check it out. I would appreciate it if you bookmark the website. I'm doing this pretty much all on my own, and you know, I just link you to the top gaming headline stories that are happening. So that's all on videogamesandnews.com. That does it for me, the Red Dragon. I appreciate you watching. And post below, what do you think about this? Are you excited about digital distribution finally happening? And are you going to jump on this and actually take advantage of some of these games, being able to download them onto your hard drive? Hopefully you got a big hard drive. So that does it for me, the Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.